Oh, she cute.
Look good. Looking cute.
We're looking cute.
We look like
Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
What is this here?
Okay, so we are gonna start Tea in the Streets.
Tea in the street.
Tea in the Streets.
Oh, we got some
Say
tea.
it.
Yes, we're gonna talk about some pop culture stuff.
Okay.
Some updates on some things that we've been talking about here in the Love and Victory
streets
show.
It's hot.
The streets are hot, and we're not gonna be here this Saturday.
So
Oh,
therefore,
so sad.
we had to leave you with a little tea.
Exactly. We had
I got
to.
my coffee.
So the tea, have y'all heard? It's all about Diddy.
I know.
Diddy.
What, is
He's
it
in
Diddy?
trouble.
Is it Sean Puppy Cone?
All of them.
What's all them names he got?
All of them.
I don't know. He got too many names.
Oh.
Sean Diddy, Sean
Sean-
Combs, DDP.
Well, it should be the feds is on you. So we're gonna have a little convo about our perspective. Allegedly, well, it's not alleged that they raided his house.
They rated.
That
They
did
raided-
happen.
That's facts.
happened.
Yeah.
There's videos.
Now, it's alleged that he's done several things.
Yes.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's alleged. And of course, I have my executive producer coordinator over here that's gonna make sure that I'm all together. Right.
Mhm.
But let's get into this conversation.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
What you heard,
Ooh, I heard so much good things.
girl?
I like
Good things.
good things.
But
I
P.
mean,
Diddy?
oh no. I mean good things that happened to catch this monster.
Okay.
So I heard
What you
That-
heard?
they raided both his homes in LA and Miami.
Mhm.
And they're about to raid his third home too.
Oh, guess what else I heard?
What?
I heard this morning. Did you know that there was a tunnel? There are tunnels underneath his home leading from that connects. There's allegedly the reason he purchased this home because there were tunnels leading from the Playboy Mansion,
Oh,
and it's from all of these rich homes in the area allegedly.
allegedly.
And so
Yeah.
that they can go in and out and
Yeah.
do what they're going to do, where it's kind of goes.
That's the tunnel theory. See that I know the tunnel theory is right.
You heard
I
it.
heard the tunnel theory is how they even Epstein Island
Yes.
got away with a
Mhm.
lot of things.
Because they would move them through the tunnels.
Moving them
Yes.
through the
I know that's
It's
terrifying.
hard.
and a lot of victims have come out saying like they moved us through tunnels. They
Mhm.
said it.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
videos of survivors of everybody saying this.
Well, I don't think it's any coincidence that it led to the Playboy Mansion because Hugh Hefner
Had
also,
nothing but women around. Oh, you
Mhm.
really?
yeah.
Mm.
He was doing that kind
I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I don't even think anyone said. I don't know if
Well-
people said that. I believe that.
Well, I'm gonna say this allegedly. With everything that's going on, I don't find that to be far fetched.
Not at all.
You know, just think about the 70s and all the stuff that went on, and what any time you have a bunch of women living around,
Yeah.
a bunch of men, and during that-
Over-sexualized.
over-sexualized.
Yeah.
So of
Mhm.
course there was something going on there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I have no doubt in my mind. And I think when all of this news came out, like when the whole R. Kelly thing came out, and then now this stuff with P Diddy and Epstein, all these things, I have no faith in like these powerful people anymore.
Yeah.
If you have that much power and money and say over like someone's career or
Yes.
lived,
Yes.
I don't trust you. I
Well,
don't care.
yeah.
Even if I'm like a fan of that person, I don't even like celebrities like that for the
Yes,
most
yeah.
part, but
Yes.
especially now after all of this
And I
came
think
out.
that's the whole thing. I think this is eye-opening for people to start,
Yes.
stop making them into gods. You know,
Yeah.
I was listening to another podcast,
Mhm.
and they were talking about they actually showed how Luke the rapper, his
Mhm.
name is Luke or something,
Mhm.
he was on there defending P. Diddy
Mhm.
and saying, oh, they're just coming after another. And I have to say this because I want to talk to everyone. They're coming after him because he is a black billionaire. They're coming after all of the black billionaires. Stop it.
No, it's
It
not
has
about that.
nothing to do with the color of your skin.
No.
I don't care if that's the case. Why is Epstein in jail? Why is the other one? I think that anybody that is sick,
Mm.
anybody that is doing something to harm someone should be dealt with.
And knows no color. And I
knows
think a
no
lot of
color.
people with their own agenda are quick to criticize people of color who are doing these things.
Right.
But then they're not coming to that same conclusion
When
with
it's like Epstein, Weinstein.
Yeah.
What about them?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And then I think about, I saw another video because I'm just all into this now because
Yeah.
I really hope if he's done this, once it's proven that he's done this, I want him to serve every waking moment.
Oh, you know
in
what he
jail.
did? He escaped to Cape Verde. Cape Verde is an island that has no U.S. extradition
I heard he
laws.
was heading there and he got.
It looks like that he did make it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
and he was acting
That's
crazy. I
allegedly.
saw a video of
Well, he
him
was
acting
walking-
crazy.
No,
I
he
think
was
he
at the
said-
Miami airport.
Yeah.
Walking around looking great. But then I
Looking
saw
crazy.
this video where his allegedly the son, like, which is Albie Sure's son, allegedly leaked this tape of him having this little Caucasian girl, which they still have not been able to show.
Identify.
Saying that he adopted her, and it was always kind of grossy. Oh, I adopted her. I am not. My name is now something Combs, and he allegedly on this video that came out there that he found her wandering on the streets.
I
He
think I
just
saw
wanted
that
to take
video
it.
too.
You saw that?
Yeah.
It's just
And
disturbing
it was
to
really
me.
disturbing.
It was very disturbing because for me,
She
if
looks
this
like
is
she's
true,
14.
and she looks so uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Yes.
Who was the
Like-
guy? Was it? And I don't know his name, but there was a guy who he was married and he adopted a little Asian girl and he ended up marrying. And I was dating. Who is that?
That is.
Who is that?
That's that director. He's very famous. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, let me look
Yes,
it up while
yes,
y'all
yes.
all talk
It was
because
the
I need.
director. They adopted the Asian girl, and then he was grooming her all along as she was a kid. Because then
Yes.
once he divorced his
Mhm.
original wife, then a few years later he marries his adopted daughter.
It's
That is
just, to
gross.
me, it's
Woody Allen.
Yes.
Woody
Yes.
Allen.
Oh my
Woody
God.
Allen.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
just think that this is sick.
Mhm.
I think that put
We're
your
co-
feet
they're
on
coming
the
from these
neck and
monsters.
don't let up, because just imagine if this was one of your family members that have went through this, and they said that allegedly everybody that came there, he had secret videos going, cameras
Yep.
going, and so he was able to put people in compromising positions and then use those videos to blackmail people.
But at the end of the day, everybody's saying that he's forcing them to do this.
Yes.
He's forcing them, offering them money, telling them this or that, and controlling them to do this.
Well, I think that it probably starts off with an allegedly, but I would think that you had to do something to get a person, and they talk about
Yeah.
that there was in
Yep.
spiking of
Oh,
drinks.
yeah, that's
So
another thing.
allegedly. So if those things were happening, then of course, if you got me liberated out of my mind, so you got me in a compromising position. So now there's a video of me. I'm sure you're using that
As
video
blackmail.
as
Yep.
blackmail.
I
And
think
so-
I think we also have this idea, when you hear someone's forced to do something, you hear gun to the head
Yes,
or, but it goes so much deeper
goes
than that.
so much
It
deeper.
can be manipulation. And so I
Yes.
think people turn it on like, well, they chose to do that. Yeah,
No.
maybe if you look at it a certain way, like
Right,
you chose
right.
to do that because you wanted to excel at
Yeah.
your career. If a billionaire came and said that you could be a billionaire
Yeah.
too, there's a lot of things that you would do.
And this is what
Yeah.
people don't understand. Just because it didn't happen to you, or you wouldn't do it, don't go and look at another person
And discredit that.
Discredit that. That's
Yeah.
like me looking at
Mhm.
Anna and saying, "Oh, Anna, I can't believe you were that weak that you
Mhm.
allowed such and such." to
People
do
say that
whatever."
until they're in the
Until
position
you're in that
themselves.
situation.
Yeah.
So for me, back up on saying that these women put themselves in a situation they may have. I don't know, but I do know this: they did not.
They were vulnerable.
They did not
Yeah.
put themselves in a situation to be taken advantage of.
No,
And if it
exactly.
happens, then where were the? Again,
You-
my heart
yeah.
hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're being manipulated.
You're
at
being
the end of the
manipulated,
day.
and think about the young girls.
Exactly,
Your
the young
mind,
girls.
and guys,
They don't
because
know any
allegedly
better.
it was to guys too.
And that's
Oh
something
yeah,
that
that's another thing.
Yes.
They say he's gay. He's completely 100% gay
Well, he
because
came out
he
and said
loves.
it.
He did. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know.
yeah.
He's had several boy toys.
Yes.
Ja Rule,
Mm.
Saucy something.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry, allegedly.
Yeah.
Saucy Sam.
Santana.
Saucy Santana.
Mhm,
He's another
mhm.
boy too of his. He's the current one. And then he's been trying to hide
Well, he not
Saucy
with
Santana.
he not with Saucy Santana no more, baby.
After this,
Baby, they done broke them all up. Anyway,
Yeah.
allegedly.
allegedly.
So it's a lot of them
Well,
out there.
and that's what's kind of messed up about it, and I think it goes back to how people view women, right? Because
Yeah.
even a gay man, allegedly gay, whatever,
Mhm.
having women around you is seen as like property, right? So
Yeah.
if you, no matter what your sexual orientation is, no matter what you do in your private life,
Yes.
and believe me when I say, there are a lot of men out there who are doing gay stuff in their
Huh.
private life. I'm
Yes.
just gonna say that.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, but they're coming
Could be
out.
your husband, could be,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yes, but they're coming out here in the streets and they're putting on this masculine
Mm.
And having
front
women around them, women that they don't care
that
about,
they can
That
care
they don't
nothing
care
about.
but they see it as property, as money,
And
as
they
like,
use them.
as
Mhm.
power, because
Yes.
that's how, because women are beautiful. So of course,
right,
yeah,
right,
we're
all
seen as
day.
these precious jewels.
Oh my God, we
Exactly.
can go all day with this. How long is the tea in the streets?
However long we need it to be.
Okay. We're really excited that we can leave you guys with something because we won't
Yes.
be on set Saturday today.
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 Mhm.
So
I have a quick question about
Come
this P Diddy stuff. How do you guys feel about like his children and all of this?
He got arrested.
I'm gonna tell you, my heart hurts for them
Mhm.
because again, they were born into
Yeah,
this.
they were born into it.
And
He
so,
groomed
you
them.
know, he's groomed them. You know, there was also something out there where when they went in and raided his house,
Mhm.
they found videos and pictures and stuff that just was stuffed animals just in his bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, just so you know, I believe he groomed these kids into it. I don't think it was ever about. I think he was just a dark
Sick in the
monster.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for me, I feel for the kids, even the ones that did wrong,
Mm-hmm.
because they were groomed into it.
Yes.
Right.
They didn't have a chance from the start.
Yeah.
You know, that's just my.
If you're raised that way, if that's your only
You don't
experience,
see it.
you can't see
And
right
if
from
you
wrong in
think,
that.
and think about it. If the women and the men that were not his family members were afraid of him, imagine what he was doing to his own children.
Exactly.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So imagine their fear of being cut off. Even that, it goes back to being, you know, you stay in a because that's all you know. Sometimes,
Yeah.
you don't see a way out. Well, if that's all these kids knew, they don't see it as being
No, they see it
dysfunctional.
normal.
They see
And
it normal.
And I think even if someone is in that situation where they may not know right from wrong because of a way that they still have to face consequences.
Yes.
And that, you know, that gets sticky because some people say like, oh, well, they don't know any better. But at that point, the damage is done.
Well,
And
I
how
do-
do I know that if we cut you a break, that you're not going to go back and keep doing harmful things?
Well, I do think that you have to suffer the consequences, but I do think in that situation, I would hope that some of the consequences will be some deep therapy.
Right.
Yes.
You know, I do
Yeah.
think that, you know, I don't necessarily think that they need to be in a prison. I think they need to be in a mental.
Yeah.
Maybe
You
both.
understand?
A little bit of
but
both.
they have prisons. If you think about it, what's her name that ran over her husband over here in Clear Lake? They
Mhm.
put her in she was in prison, but they put her, and I think she killed her husband. Unalived, clean it up. Unalived her husband. I think they put her, she went to prison, but it was a hospital.
Yeah.
And she was in there for years. So I do think, and then they let her out.
Yeah.
So I do think that if they think that they can rehabilitate that, and she was a professional
Yeah.
doctor or whatever, and you let her out.
I think a lot of people are against that because they think, you know, when someone, especially in like, let's say an unaliving case, right?
Mhm.
That some people think, oh, if I plead insanity, that's rainbows and
against it.
sunshine. That is still a punishment. That is still a consequence.
Yeah.
I really highly doubt that these mental health institutions that you're like forced to go to are like fun.
No,
You know what I mean?
right. I personally, I'm gonna be honest with you, putting someone, even someone on, putting them in the prison, what are you doing for them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Putting them in and out, letting them in and out of jail. What are you doing for them? If you want to heal, because they're making money off of. If you
Yeah.
go and look at, and I'm on my bandwagon here, guys. If you go and look at who owns a lot of these prisons,
Mhm.
you'll find
Private
out
owners.
these
Yep.
owners are
Benefiting.
They're in the music industry.
Mhm.
These are billionaires with a lot of money, and they're funneling these people right on back into the jailhouse where they're
Yeah.
getting more money.
Right.
So I do believe to help them, I feel for P Diddy's kids, not him. I think that they've done some heinous stuff, from what I've heard allegedly, and they should suffer the consequences. But I do think some mental therapy
Yes.
is
To
serious.
heal.
Yes, and because even if they go to jail, they're mine. They're mine.
Yeah.
they're
It's
mine.
their mind.
Their
It's their
whole
mindset.
perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that goes to another thing I wanted to say is that they catched Diddy's mule, somebody
Mhm.
that they've recognized
Yes.
constantly at the parties bringing the DRUG.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
And they caught him.
they caught him, and he was on the plane,
Yep.
and he had
Yep.
his own.
Yep.
He had his it's supposed to be personal use of stuff,
Personal.
whatever. But he was the mule.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
did y'all hear what it said that they had to carry around? His workers had to carry around the little black bags wherever they went.
No.
For him, and the black bags had the allegedly the
This-
where even on the red carpet they showed. Yes,
They always
they
had it.
always had it.
oh my
They
gosh.
always had the little black bag.
And it's a common statement from other artists and people who hang around Diddy for him to say, "Let's go party."
Yes,
Mm.
That's
what that means. That's the
The-
thing.
It means let's go
let's
Let's
go
go.
party. Let's go have some
snort
drinks.
some stuff.
I thought
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's giving Pablo Escobar vibes times like a million.
Oh my,
Yeah.
who is
Because it's-
that?
Pablo Escobar, he was
Yeah.
like the biggest drug lord in Colombia during the
Oh.
70s.
Oh, really?
Yes, and
But it's not just it's human
But-
trafficking.
exactly.
It's
that's what
all
I'm thinking. That is
Yeah.
times a
But he-
million because it's narcotics, it's the prostitution, it's the human
It was
trafficking,
all of that.
and it's all in here. Like you do not get raided by Homeland Security because of anything, just because of something little. No,
Yes.
don't
drugs
do
alone
that.
won't do that.
It sure won't.
Exactly.
Drugs alone will not do
Exactly.
that.
Mhm.
If anything, it would
And-
be like the DEA coming,
Yes,
not
yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
When certain people get involved, you know
And
it's
the
much
way-
deeper than that.
Exactly. And the way that he could escape, because how convenient was it that he was not in either home, and both homes got raided at almost the same time?
He got a tip off. You know that.
Exactly.
He got a tip off.
I saw
Exactly.
something. I think you sent it to me. I saw something about how Kim Kardashian.
What?
Yeah.
She unfollowed him
No,
on Instagram the 24 hours before he got raided.
They were like this.
Really?
Yes.
You see how it's all connected? They
Yes.
all know.
Well,
They
and
all know.
she's a millionaire,
These-
billionaire too.
And it's because of her parties too.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
parties.
The
Just like
parties.
with J-Lo.
And-
Why was J-Lo with him too?
Well, and y'all
back
know
in the 90s.
y'all
Yes.
know I like the Kardashians, right?
I
but I
I
know y'all do. I like the
Tell you
Kardashians.
nothing about
Ew.
it at all.
Ew.
Okay,
They
well,
look
we'll
like
let you
weird
have your life.
aliens.
We'll let her have it. Okay.
Okay.
I like the Kardashians, okay?
whatever.
But
Why?
Ew.
Ew.
because they dress cute and they got cute babies.
Okay.
And I like their makeup.
Okay, well that's
I do like the parties they throw for their babies.
I like them at a very surface level. Like I said, I'm not the type of person to idolize celebrities and
so
stuff
you like
that.
you like
You watch the show?
like the I got this here. I
don't watch it like
I got
religiously.
this here. You like the image of the
I like the
what they're
aesthetic.
projecting.
Yeah.
Okay, the aesthetic. Because you like pretty things,
I like pretty
So-
things. I like surface level what they
not what they stand for.
not what they stand
surely.
for, but like
What-
they
how they
represent
look.
female success
But
and
they don't really. Okay, now I'm coming for
No,
you.
that's successful.
I'm coming for you.
more successful than me.
Well,
I'll tell you that.
is it really success when everything that you've done you've taken from someone else?
That's true.
You know, so is it because it's not success? You just snatched it because you had the power
Mhm.
And the
or
money.
the connection and the money to go get it because you created nothing.
And they've
Yeah.
taken a lot of things from Black women
Yeah.
specifically too.
Literally.
But I do like them, so part of me wants to go la 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 la. You know what I'm saying?
I know. But I think about not just them. Just let's go to the lawsuit that they lost.
With Black
For-
China, that one.
No, the one with
Blac Chyna is-
with their housekeepers.
Oh
even-
yeah.
You know, so it's
Yeah.
just those things. Anybody that's less, they wouldn't even let these people eat.
Right.
You know, anybody that
Inhumane.
that kind of person. You're so much, and you got to sign an NDA before you come in here and take care of our kids. Okay, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just taking care of your kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are y'all doing here if you're so normal?
If you want me to sign an
You
NDA, I
understand?
said
What are you
NDA.
doing?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to see all the other stuff that's going on.
Well, and there's a saying that there's no such thing as being a ethical billionaire.
Right.
And so
There
to
you
have
go.
that much money, you have to be doing something unethical.
Yes.
And with the level of success that a lot of the Kardashians have had, and then being tied to people like P Diddy and
Yeah.
other, you know.
Well, okay, since we done jumped all over here, we're having serious conversations. So you know that, and I don't think this was alleged because she got sued. Brandy's mom them sued her
Mhm.
for Kim, because Kim was doing closet organization or something like that.
Yeah.
And she had taken their credit card and went purchase stuff for herself.
Oh.
Yes. And so, I mean, all of that came out. So, you know, and
Well, then Ray J came out and said that
yeah, you about that tape.
that she's the one that put it out.
Yeah,
Or
her
that
and her mama.
Chris was. Yeah.
So my whole thing is, what have they done to, even down to getting a man? It's getting a man. Yes, Kim has some beautiful. Kim and Kanye have some beautiful kids, but that was all about. Again, I'm sure she loves her kids, but be a mom anyway. Like I said,
do you think it's a coincidence? Sorry, now I'm going off track. Do you think it's a coincidence that Kanye kind of went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs after their marriage?
Absolutely not.
Mhm.
I think they were doing
He
that.
saw something in that family
And
that
they
made
were
him
all,
go like
and
that.
I think that they allegedly, I think that they were doing something to him, because if you recall, she wanted him. It was this supposed doctor that wasn't a doctor that kept trying to pump him with this medication. Allegedly, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well,
I'm
and
just
then
saying.
What do you think about that theory that Kanye is not really Kanye?
Oh,
that there's like two different versions of Kanye.
Oh, people! I don't know if people say that about Avril Lavigne too. I don't know if I
that
believe
about
that.
Jamie Foxx and all of
Yeah.
that. I don't know if I believe so much of this AI stuff. However, I do think that technology is just getting to be too much.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I don't know, but I think something's going on with Kanye.
Yeah.
Mentally.
I think talking about AI is a good segue into our next topic.
Yes.
All right. So AI and Princess Kate.
Oh God. You know,
I know you're passionate about this.
I'm glad you brought that up. You know, not that I've ever been a fan of Kate. And I'm not, it's not that I just don't like the roles, because I think it's too if you take back and go back to the history, it was always more about them taking and this superior attitude.
Yeah.
And so if you're not pure white, then you couldn't be in their family, but they messed with everything under the sun, and they just put, they rolled them out as if they were perfect.
We have so many hidden.
Oh my gosh. Oh, horrible.
Well, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Like, if you have that level of power, like there has to be secrets. There has to be something shady going on.
And
I just
so
don't
many
believe
series already that kind of try to portray that.
Yeah.
You have the Royals, that other one they came out about Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
They also, what they also did is they would take even their family members, because they wanted to make sure that they were pure and that they were perfect. So there were a couple of them that, and it wasn't alleged, that had mental illness. So they put them away in a mental institute.
Well, there's also incest and stuff going on too. So I know some of these people got to be messed up.
So when I think, so now we're back on the AI and back on the royals. I think about Diana. I mean, they wanted to get rid of her.
Yeah.
And,
she was too outspoken.
It was too outspoken. She didn't fit it, and they
Yep.
tried to break her down and everything else, right?
Yeah.
So they hid Kate allegedly, and I do believe, I want to say here, I'm not saying that she does not have cancer. That's not what I'm saying. That's not for me. I'm not a doctor. I can't dispel it or agree with it. All I can do is believe what I've heard. Now, I believe that she is sick. I believe something is going on. What it is, what happened, I don't know. But what I don't believe is that video that they had her sitting up on that bench. And that, to me, leads to the AI.
Yeah, especially because she's sitting so far away.
Yes.
Her face looks very
fake.
It's
like they dropped it into something else.
Yeah.
And she had did another video, and she had that same sweater on. And if you notice how her shoulder was off, and they put it up, and it's like, come on, guys, y'all gonna play in our face like this?
And this might be a cultural thing, because I know in America, we're kind of more casual about things. So we show up places more casually in sweatpants, and they don't really do that as much in the UK. But like the fact that this announcement was done in they got a photographer out there, a videographer, they set her up, they like chopped up the video. Whereas like it maybe would have seemed more believable if she would have grabbed her phone and done it in bed. Like, hey guys, I've been sick in bed.
Yeah.
Not
But
believable.
They don't let them.
But
They
it's all
don't
about
let-
image.
It's control, image, their royal family.
I think it's a mixture of image and
maybe
culture
that's why
too.
also, Miss Carter, William wasn't there.
Well,
know what I
I
mean?
don't even think it was a control image. She wasn't there.
She
Because
wasn't
if you
there.
go back to the video,
That's why he wasn't there either.
because that was an old video that they did some,
editing.
my belief, my alleged belief is that they did some editing on that. Because if you look at the two videos side by side, the background was different. The wind blow. It was just
It looks
different.
very somber
It's
too.
Yeah.
different. So
Like if you are about image and how videos look about the presentation, about the family, the royal family, it's a very ugly video.
Exactly. And you got her sitting up here like this. She's been missing for so long. And then now you're going to sit up on a park bench in the same sweater. Think about it. In the same sweater that she gave another.
Yeah. I saw right before they released that video, I saw something on like an image of her where it was basically like her doppelganger, like the person that they put out that looks like her. And like some people were like, oh, well, we've seen Kate. Here are paparazzi pictures of her and William.
Yeah.
It was not her.
It was not
I'm not even into the royals like that. And I can tell you for a fact, not allegedly, but yes, allegedly, that was not her.
That was not her.
Not
and
her.
Then she was taller than you talking about when they were walking somewhere. And then she was walking.
That was a whole different girl.
It was a whole different girl because she was walking in front of William, which never happens. You understand? Did y'all saw that? I'm like,
the face didn't even
even when you saw her in the car, allegedly, did you know how blurry that was?
And she was turned
away.
Yeah.
I'm like, they need to stop playing in our faces. So for me, AI, whatever's going on. Now I'm going to say, William, come out and tell us the truth. What's really going on?
Defend your wife.
Defend your wife. Is your wife okay?
Like, come on, man.
And I also heard that, I heard allegedly that William only went up to the hospital to see her one time. One time.
Do you think he has a little side piece?
Well,
Probably several.
Allegedly, he has one, and she said, "Keep my name out of it." Allegedly, and she and her husband allegedly are going through a divorce. Allegedly.
I cannot believe that.
Baby, this tea in this street is hot. Is that coffee still hot?
It's still hot. I have to finish it.
Well, the tea in the streets today was popping. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We've had so much fun that we've decided while talking here that we're going to give it back to you guys like this here more often. What do you think? Let us know what you think about the tea in the streets.
Yes.
All right, we're out.
Bye.
Bye.